Best-selling author Mitch Albom has a gift for sharing personal stories in moving ways that we can all relate to. His latest book is no different. He joins us now to discuss Finding Chica, a little girl, an earthquake, and the making of a family. We're excited to have you with us, Mitch.
Thank you.
Well, it's been more than a decade since your last nonfiction bestseller, Tuesdays with Morrie. Tell us a little bit more about Chica and how you came to make her a part of your family.
So I went to Haiti right after the earthquake 10 years ago of 2010, and I ended up taking over an orphanage there, which I operate to this day. I'm there every month, and we have 52 children that we raised there. And Chica was born 3 days before that earthquake, miraculously survived it when her house crumbled around her, and yet she lived. And 2 years later, her mother died, giving birth to a baby brother in that very same rebuilt house, and she was brought to us as an orphan. And for 2 years, she was just a brash, funny, bold kid, same as all the others. And then at 5 years old, we got a call that there was something the matter with her. Her face was drooping, and they turned out that she had something on her brain. And we thought we could bring it to America. Doctors would take care of it, and she'd go back and be with the kids in a couple of months. And it turned out she never went home. She had something called DIPG, which is a stage 4, always fatal brain tumor. But we refused to give up, and she fought for 2 years. And during those 2 years, we traveled around the world with her, trying to find a cure. She lived with us every minute of the day, and we became a family, a very unlikely family, because my wife and I were in our 50s, and obviously Chica didn't look like us or talk like us or sound like us, but a family just the same. And I write about that whole experience in Finding Chica.
At what point did you and your wife, Janine, realize that you became that family that you didn't even expect?
I think maybe a few weeks in, when she was sleeping at the base of our bed in her own little bed, and she looked up at us when we were putting her to bed that night, and she said, "How did you find me?" And we said, "How did we find you?" And she said, "Yes, how did you find me?" And I said, "Do you mean how did you come to us?" And she nodded, but I think she really kind of meant it the way she asked it, because to her, she couldn't really remember, you know, where she was born or her mother, because she died so young. So to her, it felt like she was found. And we realized the immense responsibility that comes with that. And we sort of felt that we had found her too, and just as she had found us. That's why the book's called Finding Chica. And I think from that moment on, we were as tight a family unit as anyone could be.
And since losing her, you and the other kids in the orphanage pay tribute to her every day in a very special way. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, Chica used to love that song, L is for the way you look at me. Oh,
yes.
It was from a movie she heard. And so the kids sing that every night after their prayers are done. They do the devotions, and then they all sing it really loudly together. And at the end, they go, 1, 2, 3, good night, Chica, you know, and they say good night to her. So she's still a part of their lives and very much inspires them.
It's beautiful. It sounds like she taught you a lot about life, and you put this all in this book, and you're sharing it with us. We're excited to have you. Thank you so much for being with us, and we're excited to read your book. We're also excited that you're going to come here to Baltimore pretty soon, right?
I am, yes. I'm going to be there very shortly. The details I'm sure you have there.
Yes.
And I also want to say that all the proceeds from this book go to the orphanage. I don't take any money from this. So this is kind of Chica's legacy and her way of helping her brothers and sisters and continuing to inspire them and make their lives better.
Well, it's beautiful what you're doing to honor her, and that is going right back to help all the other kids that are in that orphanage. You're going to be here in Baltimore at the Phyllis and Louis Friedman Community Lecture. That's Sunday, December 8th at 5 p.m. at the Hisuk Amuno Congregation. Just visit mitchalbom.com to get more details. We'll be right back with more Midday Maryland right after this. Stay tuned.